Good morning from Simply Media. It's getting to be summer, so I thought I'd have a winter scene. I've been told by a few viewers that I should show some different pictures. Well, this one is by Richard Sheehan, a friend of mine who was a great painter. Unfortunately, has died. And it has a nice, cool winter scene. He didn't do many, and this is one of the few he did, and I was fortunate to be able to get it. Not of great value, which is nice because it's just good to look at and nice to enjoy, but not something so valuable one has to be concerned about. Well, in any event, today we're going to talk about price points. And this is something dear to my heart because after being in business a long time, almost 50 years now, I found that price is a major thing. Well, of course, as I've aged, the research shows I'm right. 80% of decisions on purchases start with price. Now, Sam Walton was the master of it. And in his book, Made in America, and if you're in the consumer product business or you're interested in the great people in American business, he and Henry Ford are considered the two most important in the 20th century. And I think that's fair. You could add a couple of others. But both of them had an art of getting products inexpensively to people. And both of them took care of their employees as best they could in their industry. Now, this isn't the medical industry where you pay a lot in either car manufacturing or in discount retailing, but they took care of them and they gave them opportunities. But they were always interested in the price. The Model T was affordable for people. Walmart made everything affordable. And in Made in America, his great book, he keeps asking at his Saturday meeting, well, you say you want to retail it at $7.99. What would happen if we did $5.99? And when I met the great Sam Walton, I had this wonderful opportunity. I sold him the first time, and that's a different story. But when I went out to see him again, he didn't beat you up in price. He didn't say your price is too high and this and that. He would always say, what if we could get this price from you and we could sell it for less? So when I sold the first folding baby stroller, and it was a very nice product, it was 20% of the room of a normal one. You didn't need three people to close them like these items have today, these big strollers. They didn't cost a lot. And they were basically consumable. In other words, people had two or three of them, put them in a car, don't worry about it. And anyway, so I went out to see him after he tried it and found it worked. And he said, well, look, we put it out at $17.99 like you suggested. But if you gave me a $10.50 price as opposed to $12, I'd be willing to put it out for $14.99 every day and $12.99 in sale. What say ye to that? He said, I'll buy a couple truckloads. And this is when he only had 150 stores. And truckloads, a lot of business. I said, sure. We did it, and it was a great success. And what was interesting to me is ever since, that's been important. When I did American Power conversion with UPSs, it's what prevents your computer from surges and dips and protects it. Because computers are a lot like racehorses. They're fast, but they're brittle. They're not workhorses. And every time we dropped the price, sales went up. Well, similarly with Simply Media, those of you who bought our titles, we consider anything over $5 nosebleed prices. These are supposed to be inexpensive. Why? Because you've got lots of choices with your money, and if we give you a low price, you're happy from a low, and you do that, and we've never raised a price. Well, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because this is about DollarTree. I consider they're going to the graveyard. It used to be safe to go to DollarTree and everything's under $1. You can tell your wife, you can tell your kids, and you can tell yourself. Well, we can go in here and everything's $1. We can't get hurt for $1. And so the geniuses in Wall Street decided, well, now we got to give a higher price because we'll make more money. Well, the problem with that is the retail cemetery is full of companies that did that. W.T. Grant, which most of you don't know, had more stores than Target. Why did they die? Raised their price. Woolworth. Why did they die? Raised their price. Kmart, Sears, you go right down the list. The only one really left standing strongly is Walmart that keeps working. Go into the Walmart stores today. I dragged my wife in because she was afraid it was a bad store. And there's a rumor about that. It's a bi-coastal thing. And there are all these dollar products. Well, now she loves it. And there are all of these great items. They say about hardware. They don't have every little thing, but the things they have are well priced. Dollar Tree used to be $1 only. Now they're doing multiple price points like Dollar General, and it's not safe. Now, there are two parts of this I love. When I went to Dollar Tree, I used to sell them truckloads of these audiobooks. It was great. But then, they got away from it, and we're now all online because it's simpler, easier, and cheaper, and people want to get stuff online. You get it right away. There's no freight. There's no carrying. There's no concern. And so we're not selling Dollar Tree anymore. But the thing I remember in going to stores, I used to visit because Sam Walton did that, and I asked a couple of the women why they liked working there. They said, well, I was at Dollar General, and what do? A little boy or girl gets this lovely fire truck, goes to the front register, and Mom finds it's $5. Well, $5 to her is a lot of money. She doesn't have $5. And I've comped a few of those, and some of them had to come out of my paycheck. What I like about Dollar Tree is anything here is $1. Everybody can trust it. That's on the buying side and the working side. Now let me tell you the investing side. Consider Warren Buffett. Considered one of the great investors of all time and certainly of recent days. He is in Omaha where there's real pricing. And the people that are pushing Dollar Tree are in New York, where to them a $10 bill is like $1 in Omaha. Or go a little north to Poughkeepsie, and they consider $1 just the same. The point is, price matters. And I think that Dollar Tree is making a fatal mistake by multiple price points. Now, everybody's got to figure out when they're buying, is it $1? Is it $2? Is it $5? What bucks is it? Everybody in the store doesn't exactly know. So you know that it's going to cause disruption. And I think it's too bad. And I found that whenever I've raised a price, very bad things happened. Whether it was Cool Whip back at General Foods, it was the stroller, which I did not do, or American Power, which I did not do. And thank goodness, it's simply we haven't done. So anyway, that's my thought for the day. Watch out for companies when they raise their prices. People don't like it. And the classic to me is McDonald's. For years, they would go along at great prices. Then some genius would have the idea of raising the prices. And whoops, sales went down. Then they rediscovered price. They went down again. Sales went up. Profits went up. Now, they've really kind of stuck to their knitting and they've stayed down. They got great values there. So consider the fact when you're investing or you're buying, you want to go to a place that has the best price. 80% of people look for it, but they don't always admit it as the first check. Thank you from Simply and have a good day, and I hope this has helped a bit.